button. I can't really do it right now because I'm technically a co-host. But if you go into participants and then the bottom right of participants, it says raise hand. And there should be a little, yeah, thanks, Kimberly. Who else? Yeah, Reggie. Yeah. So once you do that, I'll notice like, okay, whoops, I missed you. So try to write in the chat first. If I don't catch your question, go ahead and raise hand. Um, and I'll
Hear you? Yes, no? I'm gonna get this.
Can I ask you some, sorry, can I ask you something?
Audrey, is that you speaking?
Yes, I was trying for the longest time to find a way because I registered online and my mom registered, but we never got the Zoom link until like after like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. And I was trying to find a way of getting in touch with Jared, and I only had it, and I could only find a number from South Carolina that wasn't in service. How can I do it next time so I can get the link sooner than 15 minutes?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you used Meetup or Eventbrite. If you used Eventbrite, it's actually there on the page, even though you register it for it. We'd like to know how many people show up. That's why we ask that you register. But the link,
I registered 2 weeks ago.
right? But the link is also on the main page where you do click prior to registering. So I can, Jared, if you don't mind, I can share screen. I have it.
Sure. Go ahead. Okay. We're still waiting for about two or three more people. I keep getting messages. So. Yeah, but yeah, like Shawit said, it's on the Eventbrite page, and it should also be on.
So this is where you register, and please do register. Even if the link is there, please register so we know how many students are coming to the class, and we can prepare like the syllabus accordingly. And then if you scroll, takes a minute to scroll down. This is the link. And if you do need the passcode, if you've not been before, sometimes they ask for the passcode code. If not, it will remember this class or your computer, and it'll just automatically log in. So Audrey, apologies.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, apologies you didn't get the link in time, but that's a good question because now everybody knows. So thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. And thank you, Shawit, for introducing yourself to the class. So we're going to get started now. We're going to begin class. And in order to do that, I'm also going to mute everyone. So I just want to make sure that all participants are muted just so we don't have any background noise or anything random happening. Let's see. There we go. But Shawit, I'll have you unmuted. So just to give you some background, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start. Thumbs up? Great. So when we used to do in-person classes, we often used to do this thing like a call and response. So sometimes I'll just be really dorky and ask you to give me the thumbs up, and that's cool enough. But we used to do this thing, it was like a hush came over the crowd and everybody would go, hush. And then I'd say a hush came over the crowd and everybody would say, hush. But we don't do that anymore because it doesn't work on Zoom. So with that random bit of context, we're going to start. So today is all about spontaneity, creativity, and your imagination. And we're going to dive into nurturing our imaginations into playing. And what you can expect tonight is you're going to do some imaginative solo exercises. You're also going to do some two-person paired games. You're also going to do a couple games in 3 to 5, groups of 3 to 5. I need to remember, Shawit, that Govan and Esteban want to play together, and that the ESL class wants to not be in a breakout room because they are going to do improv together. So with that said, I just want to go over a couple of ground rules for this evening. Your job as participants is to make each other look good and to listen and to be kind and to play. So 200% commitment. Even if you feel weird or awkward, just commit, like 200% absolute all-in commitment. Make sense? Thumbs up? Cool. The other thing that I want to bring up is if you're ever feeling weird in a game at any time, or you're feeling, I don't know, unsafe, or just like a boundary was crossed, it happens every once in a while. Just practice this with me. At any point, if you feel uncomfortable, just raise your hands like this and go, nope. So let's all do it together on 3. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, nope. Yeah, so you can just like be big with your eyes. You can also be like, nope, however you want to do it. Louis has kind of a great like voice. Hey, Louis, good to see you again this week. I like when you do nope, nope. You do all kinds of voices, Louis. Yes, great. So let's all do it one more time together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. So that's just telling your partner or your group that you feel uncomfortable and that you just want to reset the game. So just reset, keep playing. You don't have to have a big discussion about it. If you ever have a question, please message Shawit privately or message me privately and we'll try to help you. Sometimes I'm trying to coach the class and deal with what's happening in the present. So I'd actually prefer if you message Shawit if that's possible. A lot of questions can also be asked in the group chat. Shawit, can you go ahead and post the frequently asked questions doc in our group chat and any other resources for the group so they can refer to them? Thank you. Without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and warm up. So let's go ahead and do a physical shakeout. So wherever you are, please make sure that you can stand up. So set your laptop or your phone so that you're allowed to stand, because this is much more fun when you're standing. But if you get tired, feel free to sit. So we're just gonna do a physical shakeout. We're gonna shake each arm and each leg. We're just gonna shake it out. So we're gonna count down from 8. Let's all count together. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now shake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just shake it out. Good. Just to get you warmed up. Now I want you to also, just for a second, just do like a little neck roll, and breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Roll it slow. Our necks are very sensitive. Want to get the tension out. If you have any tension in your shoulder, feel free to let it go. I always get really tense in my upper trapezius and my right delt and trap. So Duke knows what I'm talking about. Duke knows all that terminology, right, Duke? Yeah, just roll it out. And breathe. All right. Now throw your hands in the air and just stretch. Reach to the sky like a power stance. Look up. Now look down. Now look ahead. Little back twist. Great. Now we're a little bit more physically warm. My house is very cold, which is why I have a space heater, so you might hear it running in the background. But let's go ahead and jump into our first game that we can play. We're gonna do a game called 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do it in breakout rooms. Oh yeah, thank you, Shawit. Shawit is great. You know what? Thank you. Shawit just reminded me, I have 2 other things that I need to mention. So one thing that you should know is that this class goes until 7:30. It's a 90-minute class. There's a 5-minute break in between for you to get water, use the restroom. Shawit's gonna keep me on time today. Another thing is that when we're doing question and answer right after exercise debrief, Shawit's gonna time me and tell me when I need to move on. But you should expect that your energy level in class, right now, since we're starting to get physically activated, it's gonna start to increase. And as we start to play, the next 2 or 3 games that we play, your energy is gonna go up and up and up. But then we're gonna do an imaginative meditation, which will actually open you up to more creativity into the other exercises we're gonna do. But your energy is gonna go down. You're gonna feel very mellow and chill. Then we're gonna take a 5-minute break. You're gonna use the bathroom. You might fill out our survey for class, which we're gonna send you. And then your energy level is gonna go back up again. And then it's gonna kind of go flatline, or maybe slightly go up, and then it'll mellow out at the end. So it's gonna be kind of this type of thing. So I just want you to know that, because I encourage you to stick around until 7:30 so you get the full experience and you get to play all the games. So that's why I'm telling you what to expect. Because sometimes when people start to feel that mellowness, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go sleep now. Because maybe you're in New York. A lot of people in this class are in New York, so it's all good. So yeah, I know it's later on the East Coast. We're on the West Coast, Shawit and I are. So anyway, energy levels. Was there anything else I needed to mention, Shawit, before we play? We're good? Cool. All right, so the first game we're gonna play, Shawit and I are gonna demo for you. And can everybody turn off their video while we demo the game real quick? And then turn your video back on when we go into breakout rooms. Thank you. Hi, Shawit.
Hello, Jared.
I'm glad you can unmute yourself as co-host. So this first game that we're going to play, everyone, is called 2-3 Bradford, also known as 1-2-3. A lot of you I've seen in past classes, and you've played this game before. But for all of you who are new to class, this is all about making mistakes and celebrating them with joy. And it's a lot about listening. It's all about reorienting our relationship with making mistakes. So Shawit, let's just demonstrate how we play 1-2-3.
Okay.
Okay. 1. Woohoo! So we both said 1. So everybody, when we make a mistake, now if you're at home, we made a mistake right off the bat. We both said 1. But if you're at home right now, I want you to go with me and just say woohoo with me and Shawit. So on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! So woohoo is all about, ow, I just hit my hand on the desk. Woohoo! Woohoo is all about celebrating mistakes with joy and just enjoying that mistake. But this is how we play the game. Let's start again, Shawit.
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1.
2. Woohoo!
Okay, woohoo! That's great. So if you feel like you go too slow or you're thinking too hard or you're trying to get it right, like celebrate that mistake. So just like call yourself out and just celebrate it, because you should be able to get a rhythm and go fast with this game and challenge yourself to go fast. And it's not about getting it right. It's honestly okay to make mistakes, and mistakes are often gifts in improv and in storytelling. Sometimes the greatest things that happen on stage are mistakes. They can be great gifts, and we'll see that later in class. So everybody come back. I just want to make sure that it's clear on how to play the game. Please raise your hand if you don't understand or if you have a question. You're literally just counting back and forth in the breakout room. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you mess up or it goes too slow or are too mean to yourself, just celebrate the mistake and have fun and laugh and smile at your partner. Make sense? Great. So I'm going to go ahead and put everyone into breakout rooms except for Esteban, Govan, and ESL class. Here we go. Okay. And there's a couple rooms that might have 3, just because, but I'll try to fix that. So there might be 2 rooms of 3. Here we go. All right, everybody, have fun. Make sure you turn your video on and unmute yourself. Okay, there we go.
So am I going to, I'm going to the actual room?
You don't have to, Shawit.
Yeah, I'll wait it out.
What room are you in? Let me just double check.
5.
You're in 5, room 5. Okay. I'm gonna move somebody to be with Samantha Martinez.
Yeah.
Which is room 5. Great. I think that I messed up with Esteban and with Govan.
Yeah, Gavin was here and then. I like this ESL class idea. Remember, I used to teach English as a,
Oh yeah,
like several. This is a great. That's a great idea. Oh my god, that's a yes.
it is a great idea.
Ideas are.
Oh, Esteban's not here. Huh. So,
Change his name.
oh, Andrea's alone in a room, so we need to find her.
Only because I'm going to demand a chat. I don't want to keep going into rooms.
Do you want to go play with Andrea in room 1?
Yeah, I'll go. But yeah, just in general though, if they're full, then I wouldn't. But yeah.
Yeah. Where are you? You're in room 5 still?
Yeah, it says.
Move you to room 1. There you go. Go ahead and join Andrea, should we?
I don't, oh, okay. I had to click. Okay. Yeah, so that didn't work out.
Oh, it didn't work?
I think she just left for a little bit. It was a black screen without a name, like as if
Huh.
they put a photo of a black screen up, like no nothing. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was talking to nobody.
I
So.
think she might have left. Or there's... Hey, Govin. Govin, would you like to play with Shawit? I think I couldn't pair you and Esteban together. I'm sorry about that. I'm not really sure because I'm doing an automatic pairing and I'm not sure how to keep you unassigned. So I might need to look that up for next class. I think for today, you might just have to play with other people. Sorry about that. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I don't know if Govin can hear me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think today, Shawit, because we took a little longer to get started, I think we're just gonna do one round of this and then move on to the next thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I think we'll move on to iometry next.
Cool.
Oh, looks like Justin in breakout room 21 is struggling.
Welcome back, Ajit.
Hi, Govin. I just said we weren't able to pair you with Esteban. We're not sure how to do it because we're doing the automatic pairing. So there's 2 options. One is you could play with other people online, or you can tune into the class and then have another monitor or tablet open and have like Skype or whatever with Esteban, and then you guys play that way. So you're still tuning in and learning the exercise, and you can hear it, but you can play on video somewhere else. That makes sense.
Yeah, like a FaceTime elsewhere.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and close breakout rooms. Thanks, Gavin. And you can also tune into the live stream. Can you throw the live stream link into the chat, Shuit? Gavin and Esteban, you can tune into the live stream on Facebook and watch the game that way and play, that way you're not running Zoom and running another program. So you can totally do that. Welcome back, everybody. Almost everyone's back. Was that fun? Thumbs up if it was fun. Great. We have time for a couple people to share what they noticed about themselves or about the game. So, but just so you know, we often will do like a 2 to 4 minutes of debrief per exercise. We have like 8 more exercises to play tonight, but it's not really about saying, here's what we said and what we did. It's more about, this is what I noticed about myself or about my partner in playing it, or this is what I learned through the play. So I kind of like to hear more of that, not just, he said this thing, I said this thing. That makes sense? Cool. Raise your hand either through Zoom or actually visibly so we can see you if you'd like to share something that you noticed. Yes, Pooja.
Well, me and my partner, we were very fast at the beginning, but
Mhm.
then we slowly slowed down, and it was ended up like we each took turns to think. So yeah,
Nice. Was it, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Was it more fun to go fast or to go slow? Oh, you muted yourself again. Go ahead.
It was more fast. It was more fun to go faster.
Good. And did you celebrate your mistakes?
Yeah, we had a few mistakes.
Good, good. Thanks, Pooja. Would anybody else like to share what they noticed about themselves or their partner? Oh, Michael, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We had a hand raised from Noah earlier, but
So we noticed a lot of head bobbing going on where it would go like 1, 2, right? And that actually helped significantly for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, cool. You kind of were having a night at the Roxbury moment.
Yeah, it was very hypnotic almost doing that, and it helped out a lot. We went pretty far with the head bobbing before
Great.
messing up, yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, Michael. Thank you. Yes, Audrey. And then Noah. Noah's next. Can you unmute Noah next?
What I noticed is that when we did it first of all very kind of like slow so we could actually concentrate on what number. And then the lady that I was doing it with said, why don't we go faster? And we did. And every time she said something, she would try a different tone of voice. Like sometimes she would try like one or a funny voice. And then it was more interesting, except all she kept wanting to do, because it's just a habit, is continue after 3, go 4, 5, and continue because it's a habit. But
Right.
other than that, it was okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you. Thank you. Can you unmute Noah, Shuit? And then I'll unmute Kimberly.
I'm unmuted. Yeah, it was really interesting. You talked about a plateau earlier, and I found at first there's a lot of thinking and whatnot, but then eventually it hit a point where there's just like a rhythm and mind was empty, and it was just like continuing the cycle of counting, which was pretty cool.
Oh, tell me more about that rhythm and the mind being empty.
At first it was just sort of like paying attention to the number, kind of like little cognitive dissonance of like what comes next in the cycle kind of thing. And then it just sort of got into a rhythm, I guess you could say. And then it was just sort of like reacting to it rather than thinking about it.
Great. That's where we want to be. We want to be reacting to our partners in improvised storytelling rather than thinking. That's great. And then who else was next? Kimberly, I believe. There's Kimberly.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so something I noticed that was interesting, my partner, we had so much fun, but something that was interesting was being aware of your own consciousness and how it's almost like if your shoe's untied, you'll bend down and tie it. Sometimes you'll be like, why am I on the ground? Oh, because your eyes just recognize your shoe is untied, tie your shoe.
Right.
And so I noticed that when I was just going 1, 2, 3, that I was so focused on getting it right, I could hear my other thoughts going, are you sure you're supposed to say 2? And I noticed the conscious choice between trusting my instinct and allowing my thoughts to interject and trip, and how sometimes if you know your instinct is right, there is this simultaneous muting of the back of your brain and going, shut up, I know it's 3, you know?
Yeah, no, totally. And it's great when that voice quiets, kind of like Noah said, and you're not being self-conscious or self-critical or hard on yourself. So I hope you play this game with a friend or family member. There's actually like 6 different levels to this game. We can go deeper. There's more than 6 actually, but it gets progressively harder. And then eventually this game becomes lines of dialogue that are emotional. And then you can play it in different ways, because it's not often what we're saying, it's how we say it, right? So it's not just the words that come out, it's the tone, it's the emotion behind it. That also crafts the story and crafts what's happening between you and your partner. But we don't have time for that today because I want to move on and get to some more improv fundamentals. So we're going to move on.
So let me just a note. Louis and ESL class, if you guys raise your hand for the next one, I'll look at you guys first, but we have to move on. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Shuit. So the next game we're going to play is going to be a game of 3 to 4 people. Can I have a few volunteers? So I want to play with Shawit, and then I want 1 or 2 other people. So I want Duke is raising his hand. Great. And then we're going to have Susan. Did you raise your hand? Is that right? Okay, go ahead, Susan. And then would anybody else like to play? Eddie. So I'm going to ask everyone else who is not unmuted to turn off their video so you can see how this game is played. So please, everyone, please turn off your video so you can see how this game is played. Great. Okay, Mel, if you can, turn off your video. If not, woohoo, it's all good. So, and Andrew, same to you. Woohoo! So, we have our players. We have Shawit, we have Susan, we have Duke. Let me unmute you, Duke. Sorry about that. We have Duke and Eddie, and then I thought we had Kimberly. Kimberly, are you playing?
Her hand is raised. All right. And then unmute.
Great.
Cool.
Okay,
Got
so this game is called I Am a Tree. Raise your hand if you played I Am a Tree.
Maybe.
Maybe. Eddie, can you speak again just so we can make sure your mic works?
Yes. Can you hear me?
There we go. There we go. Cool. Because you said maybe and I heard nothing. It was like. So, okay, so the way I Am a Tree works is one person makes an offer or initiates the scene. So someone, and we can basically use more of our space to do this. So I can step back here. And let's just say someone comes in and goes, I am a tree. And then someone else will come in and step in and say, like, I am something else. So maybe Shawit will go next. Like, I am a tree.
I am a bird on the tree.
Great. So we have a bird on the tree, and then a third person can come in.
I'm an
I'm a
apple
cat
on the
trying to-
tree.
Ooh.
Woo! Woo! Great. So look at each other and just try to, and then notice who's gonna go, and then maybe raise your hand if you're gonna go in. Go ahead and raise your hand. I think it was Susan. She had a big hit. Go ahead, Susan.
I'm a leaf on the tree.
Great. So I'm a leaf on a tree. Now, since I'm the person who started the game, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna take out the leaf and leave the bird. So we're out of the scene now. And should we, yeah, go ahead, Shri.
Yeah, so now I'm by myself. I'm still a bird, but now you can create anything you want surrounding me. It's not a tree, we're not in a park, or we still can be, but I'm a bird. Now someone just jump in and add to the scene.
Let's have
I am a cat trying
Great.
to get the bird.
let's raise our hand just be like this. And then, go ahead, Kimberly.
I'm a cat trying to get the bird.
Great.
I'm an egg underneath the bird.
Okay, since I'm the bird, I was the first one. I'm going to leave and I'm going to take the cat with me. So now we just have Eddie who repeats his.
I'm an egg.
I'm a snake.
Nice. Now one more can go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I am the tongue inside of the snake. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. So what did you
I'm
do?
going to leave and take the tongue with me and leave the snake.
Great. So the snake is left. Go ahead. Great. So that's the whole game. I don't want to play too much longer because I want everybody to have a chance to play. So before COVID, this game is played in person a lot, and it's very physical. It's a very physical game where it's almost like Twister, and you're like building montages of like physical sculptures and scenes. But you just say what you are and just like strike a pose. And so it's up to us to imagine like our proximity on Zoom. So it's nice when you add additional detail, like I'm the egg under the bird. That helps me visualize it. So the more clarity you can be, or the more clear you can be, that it helps your team. So with that, I think we had a few questions in the chat. Do you always leave after the third person is gone and take two with you? Yes. So the person who initiates the scene is out. and then you take one other person, and whatever is left, they initiate. So we had Duke, who was the snake. He was last in. He was about to initiate a new scene. We had Eddie, who was an egg. He initiated a scene. Great. So awesome. So, okay. So I think that will be, yeah. How long should the descriptions be? I love it. Okay. So we're going to jump in and go ahead and play this game. I'm going to recreate the breakout rooms. Is everybody clear on how to play? Give me a thumbs up if you're clear. Great. So we're going to have groups of 4, I believe. Actually, we'll make it groups of 5. And feel free to, at the very beginning, just say your name, go round robin, and then just start playing. So we'll have 4 to 5 in each room. All right, have fun, everybody. Great, ESL class, you're doing great. I'm watching, I'm gonna coach you from here. So great, I want somebody in the center being like go in as the tree and obviously stay 6 feet apart, but good work. Have fun. Hi Mel, do you need, were you able to get into a room? I think you might be frozen.
Yeah, I think she's frozen.
I think Mel's frozen.
But Esteban and Govan are here. Are you able to manually set them up or no?
I can't manually set them up. I think they're playing via video.
Only one or the other. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I was just wondering. Yeah, sorry. I should have said it.
Woohoo. What's nice about doing groups of 4 or 5 is that since Esteban is not in one of the groups and Govan is not in one of the groups there,
it's like perfect.
It works. Yeah, it's all groups of 4 now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, this is working. This is working. So, also the Facebook Live. I don't think I have that link.
Which link?
The Facebook Live.
Oh, it's just our, I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the chat.
And then, yeah.
I think it's just /live after our Facebook page name.
Oh.
There we go.
And then,
yep, that's it.
And then if you, oh, it's in the frequently asked questions. Never mind.
There we go.
Okay. So I sent the frequently asked questions. I was going to ask about the donor box one, but it's in frequently asked questions. So.
Right.
Yeah, I sent. Yeah. Yep.
So I think next we're gonna play Remember When. You remember that game, right? Hi, Antoinette.
Oh.
There was only 2 of us in the room.
Sorry. So we just came back because there was only 2.
Oh yeah. Do you all want to play right now? We can play. Let's play. Great. I am a tree.
I am a dog under the tree.
I am a bone.
Okay.
I will take the bird and leave the dog.
Okay.
I'm out of this.
I'm a dog. Oh, wait, yeah, he said the, yeah.
But I am a dog walker.
What are you?
So I would take the dog.
Oh, Tanya, so you.
Is that right?
Come in as something. Come in as something else.
Okay.
I left the dog. The dog started the scene. So you have a dog and a dog walker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Still walking.
I am the lead.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
You said I'm a what?
The lead, like the dog lead.
Yeah. So, what are you leaving?
It's up to Tanya.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, sorry, no, it's up to Antoinette. I'm sorry. It's up to Antoinette. Woohoo, I'm off.
Oh, I'm leaving something. Okay. I will leave the lead and take the dog walker.
Great. So say, I am the lead.
I am the lead.
I am the lead's rival.
I am a little lost puppy.
So Tanya, since you started, who do you lead?
I leave the little lost puppy.
Okay, great.
Ooh.
Just say what you are again, Antoinette.
Oh, I'm a little lost puppy.
Great.
I'm Cruella DeVille.
I'm a fur jacket.
Ooh. Okay. Puppy, what you want?
Is
You
it
leaving? Yeah, you wait. Was it? Yeah.
I'll leave the fur coat and take Corella.
Okay. Great. So repeat yours, Tanya.
I'm a fur jacket.
I'm a gold chain.
I am a handsome man.
Oh. So who do you lead, Tanya?
I leave the handsome man.
Yeah.
I am a handsome man.
Okay. I am a six-pack on that handsome man.
I am a green smoothie in the hand of that handsome man.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the green smoothie and take the abs.
All right.
Green smoothie. I'm a green smoothie.
I am straw.
Okay. All right. I'm the lid.
Great. So I'm gonna leave the lid and
Okay.
take out the straw.
I'm a lid.
I am a cup.
I am ice cubes in the cup.
Okay, I'm going to take the cup with me and leave some ice cubes just hanging.
Say what you are, Internet.
Oh, I'm the ice cubes.
I am the sun.
I am the water dripping from the ice cubes.
Nice.
Melting ice cubes. All right. Okay, people are coming back, I think.
Woo, great. Good, that was fun. All right, I'm going to bring everybody back.
All right. So just remember, Jared, I told Louis and ESL class that they would be first if they have anything to say this time.
Great. I'm probably going to only be able to take 2 people, and then we have to go on to the next game.
So then just offer it to them first before you.
Yeah. Great. So ESL class, would you like to share what you noticed? We just want to make sure you have a chance to share. Yeah, oh, I asked. Oh, where'd they go?
So for us, I think it was it was just fun. I couldn't say like we noticed anything specific, but sometimes we'd have like once we were listening to your guys's, like when you were a man, then someone was like, well, I'm a fridge. And then we started to just recreate like I'm a beer in the fridge, but nothing too specific.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us talk.
Of course. Thanks ESL class. Thank you. And Louis, did you notice anything? We wanted to give you an opportunity to share because you had your hand raised last time.
Yes, well, we were at a disadvantage because we only had 3 people in our room.
Oh, wow.
Plus, we had a newbie and we had to bring her along, but she got it. She got into it, and we did a lot of woo-hoo!
Great. Well, that's very gracious of you to bring that newbie along. Thank you, Louis.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, man. You guys had fun? Good.
Oh, yeah, I had fun.
You had
Yes, I
fun.
had fun.
Great. So if you only have 3, what's really fun about that is it puts even more pressure on you to kind of go fast. Because it's like you have to go, and then it's like take something out, and then make a new scene. Take something out, and make a new scene. Let's have one more person share if they noticed anything about that game. Go ahead, Michael.
It started off just like we started off with the tree example first, but then we eventually evolved into a story of an umpire who wanted to go to sleep, but their neighbors were noisy. So, and then the telephone operator became a part of it, not the entire thing, but a part of it was a very interesting story about this miserable umpire's life, which I enjoyed a lot.
That's awesome. Great. Yes, Ajit. And then that'll be the last one for this. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I thought we started out I am a tree, then the story evolved as with the fish hanging in water, and then also the eggs were hatching at the tree, and then we brought up so many animals, the cat and the dog were hatching for eggs, that we were going to destroy the egg, and then also we brought up an idea about the fish in water. It's a freezing fish. Cook it. That fish is on fire. Gonna cook it. And then we brought up the idea of police officer being kicked by a fox. That part was funny.
Kicked by a fox.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Thank you, Ajit. Thank you for sharing. So raise your hand if at any point when you were waiting to go in, did you feel nervous? Raise your hand. Yeah? So just notice that and maybe ask yourself why. Why did I feel nervous about this? This is just a fun, creative, playful game. We're just pretending to be objects in a scene. At any point, did you try to pre-plan? Did you try to like come up with something or plan ahead? Yeah, raise your hand, good. So just notice that about yourself if you did. One other question that I have is, at any point, did someone go second before you? And did it totally blow up what you were gonna do? Yes, raise your hand. Like, did you have like a strong hit? You're like, oh, like there's a banana, I wanna be peanut butter. But no, someone else went in as something else, and it destroys your idea. So that happens all the time in improv, and we just have to roll with it. We have to stay flexible, keep listening, keep having fun, and make what our partner did important. So this is like the most basic yes and exercise, because this is really yes and. Someone comes in and is a tree, someone is a piece of bird poop on that tree, and then someone is the guy who cleans the park, and so it all works together. It's not like I am a meteor about to destroy the earth, like right after you have bird poop and tree. We're really trying to build together. It can be funny sometimes when you have meteors just coming out of nowhere, but let it be spontaneous and not because you're trying to be funny. So it's like, rather than trying to be funny or good, just try to like build on what your partners are doing. That makes sense? So it's really not about being funny or good. It's really just about building something together. So let's move on to the next part of the class. And then we're gonna take a break right after this game. This next game is called Remember When. It's also called Remember Mexico. It also has another name. I think it's like Last Vacation. We're gonna call it Remember When. And can I have someone who will wanna play with me? Please raise your hand if you wanna play. Great. Duke and I are gonna play. And can I have everybody else turn off their video just so you can see how this game goes? I have to move my alarm back by 5 minutes. I'm 5 minutes behind my schedule. So, woohoo! Here we go. Reset that. Okay, so Duke, this game Yes, I love it. So you and I are, our relationship is we're like old like college roommates, like best friends, and we haven't seen each other in like a year because we both, like I had kids and it's just been a busy time. And we're going on a vacation together. This is like a guy's trip. It's like the men, the guys. So woo. So we're going on a trip together, but now we're reflecting back on a shared memory, a shared experience that we had of another vacation that we had like 10 years ago. Okay. So we're a lot younger than, like I'm 32, so I would have been 22 at the time. And the way this game works is I'm going to say, Duke, remember when, and I'm going to fill it in with a line, and you're going to say, yeah, with emotion. So some kind of emotional response. And remember when, so you're just going to say yes, and remember, you're just going to add something. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, got you.
You're just going to say yes, and remember when this happened. So let's just demo it for like 30 seconds, and then we can, and then I'll stop us, and then we'll replay it a little more.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Duke, you remember when? Yeah. Hey, you remember when we went to New York, like in 2008? Huh?
Yes, I remember that. Whew, we did a lot of crazy things that I would not tell my wife. I tell you that.
No, you wouldn't tell your wife. You would not tell your wife about that. Let me tell you. Do you remember when we went to the Yankees Stadium and you took the baseball bats?
It was it Barry Bonds bat? I think it was, right?
That's right.
Remember when we went ice skating like downtown? It was like, I don't remember. I just remember that.
Oh yeah. When we went ice skating downtown, like under the big clock tower. Yeah. And then
that's what it was.
Yeah. And then I fell into the ice and you pulled me out of the ice. Remember that? Huh?
Wait, what? Do I remember what?
Remember when I fell into the ice and then you pulled me out of the ice? Remember?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, my leg was frozen.
Yeah, I remember. Did it get amputated?
Yeah. Then they had to amputate it, but I mean, I was kind of tipsy at the time, so I mean, yeah. I kind of regret it now.
You just hopping around.
Yeah, we were just hopping around. Yeah, remember after the operation when?
You talking about when you woke up and they actually amputated the wrong leg?
That's right.
So now you ain't got no legs.
Yeah. Now, I mean, right. I'm sitting on a stool right now. I'm on a stool right now.
It's funny now, just looking back though. Not back then, it was not funny at all.
No, it wasn't funny at all back then. I was crying terribly. Remember how much I was crying? I cried for 2 months. I mean,
yeah, I remember that. It was a sad time.
It was.
But then remember when you won free tickets to the football game? You got to just crawl on the field.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah. Remember I couldn't go?
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the wheelchair ramps installed yet at the new field.
Right. Hey, remember they were trying to like have you parachute in? I'm like, that's not a good idea. You ain't got no legs. How you gonna land?
No. How am I gonna land? On my arms? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh, great. That was fun. So that's just it. It's just remember when we were doing this. And so what's fun about this game is that we can jump. Now, let's play a version of it, Duke, for the class. Like, let's play a little bit more, just for 1 more minute, where we really try to like say what comes next and not jump too far forward. So it might even, just as an example. So you noticed if you watch that last scene, we kind of jumped from like here to here, but it could be like, you could start it and just give me anything and I'll try to add something like what happened right after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, remember we went skydiving into the where did we go skydiving? I think it was in Niagara Falls.
Ah, yes, Niagara Falls. Yes, I remember when we went skydiving and we landed right in the middle of Niagara Falls, right in the middle of that rock that protrudes out from the water. Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. And remember, like, it was like some little leprechauns, or maybe just, I think they were leprechauns. They like came on the jet skis and like swooped us on up.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they just came like right out of the water like a fairy tale. It was very scary. Yeah.
It reminded me of Narnia in a way. But
Narnia?
Yeah. And then remember as we got back, you know, we just got all warmed up. We just went to get some like ice cream.
Yes, I remember. So what if we stayed at the waterfall, right? So what if we didn't jump back to the cabin yet? What if we explored more with the leprechauns and like maybe they like, you know, what did we do with them? Like what did we have fun with them? Like, so I'm just saying, like, instead of jumping, like what if we added something like boop, 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 and so we build it like incrementally. Does that make sense? Yeah, just so there's not, and it's not like that's not right or wrong. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying either one is better. In this case, I'm just saying like play with it. You know what I mean? Just so the class could see that. Duke, that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. You're awesome.
You're awesome. Thank you so much for playing. That was great. So let's get everybody into a breakout room in a group of 2, and you're going to know each other really well. You're going to really know exactly the location. You're going to know the smell. You're going to know what things looked like. You're going to be specific. So it's just kind of like, you're just going to like go right to a thing. You know it. You trust your first thing that comes into your head. Just go with it. Like, did you see how confident Duke was when the leprechauns came? Like, get thumbs up if that just like came out of his mind. Like, that was the first thing that was there, you know? So just go with what's there and don't be too hard on yourself. Go fast, have emotion, you know, be like, yes, I remember when this happened. Yeah. And keep going. So we're going to play this for about 5 minutes with a partner. And then we're going to take our halfway break, or 2/3 of the way break, because we're 2/3 of the way in. And then we're going to end class with 2 or 3 more games. So I'm going to go ahead and recreate the breakout rooms. And just have a really fun adventure with your close friend. There might be a room with 3. If you're in a room with 3, I'll move you. So just hang tight for like 20 seconds. I'm going to double check. So Kameshia is in a room of 3. I'm going to move Kameshia. There we go.
Okay, so I'm listed as in 4, but I'll wait a bit.
Oh, you're in 4?
That's
so I'm gonna move Kameshia to group 4 then.
Yeah.
There
and
we go.
Before break, I'm gonna quickly explain what the survey is.
Great, thank you, Shu.
Yeah. Cool. That was super. Like the chat was blowing up. It was hilarious.
That's funny. Right. Let's see. Are Govin and Esteban still here? I'm not sure if I put them in a room or not. I'm doing the auto assign thing.
Yeah.
Nyla, you're here. Nyla, co-host. Woo.
You missed a super funny scene or game, I guess.
Ajit, are you able to join a room, or would you like to play with Nyla or Shuit? Or play with Pooja, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, Pooja.
Hi.
Hi, were you alone in a room?
Yeah, I didn't have any partner.
Okay, would you like to play with Ajit?
I lost connection.
Oh. Ajit, I just muted you because your audio is really bad, my friend. It's kind of like really robotic and can't understand it. So maybe try to reconnect. And I'm gonna pair Pooja with Shuit. Nyla, did you see how that game was played, Nyla?
I did not.
Okay.
I think my partner can teach me though.
Great. So you want to play? So Pooja, can you play Remember When with Nyla? Great. I'm gonna turn my video off. So you both can play, and I'll side coach.
So you have to, it's like we're friends, and you have to you have to make up memories, and you have to say remember when, and
Yep.
it could be sad ones, it could be happy ones, or it could just be, well, out of this earth ones, and it just has to be a conversation between two people on a like past memories.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a past vacation or adventure that you both had together.
Yes.
And you're just saying yes and remember when, blank, just like Pooja said. Go ahead and play, and don't mute. And stay off mute.
Okay. Do you want to start, or should I start?
You should start.
Okay. Well.
Okay, I can start.
Remember when we had a sleepover with our entire school in one classroom?
Yes, and it was before COVID. Am I supposed to add something more?
It was the most hugest slumber party I've had. So now you should probably like remember when and add on to it, or I have a new memory. So.
Great.
Remember when you made brownies?
Well, actually, I didn't make them. My mom did.
Okay, so I want to side coach. So Pooja, say, stay off mute, Pooja. Sorry, you keep muting yourself. So say yes, and remember when, like, Cynthia ate too many and she got diarrhea. Yes, and remember when, like, Mrs. Gonzalez, like, slipped in the diarrhea and fell down the stairs. Yes, and remember when, like, you know what I mean? So just feel free to, like, go crazy with it, but, like, really build off what the last person just said. Make sense?
I got it.
Try to just say yes to everything.
Okay.
Even if you feel like, oh gosh, I don't know how to make brownies. Yeah, just yes, and remember how I burned them? Like, what would really happen, right? Like that.
And then you're like, yes, but I ate them anyway because I'm your best friend. I didn't want to leave you. Yeah. Go ahead, have fun.
Okay, I think it's your turn, Nyla.
Okay, so I guess I'll start off. Would you like me to start from fresh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So remember when we went to the beach?
Yeah, I do. Remember when one of our friends, I think it was Alex, he went very far. He couldn't swim.
Yeah, and he felt something on his foot.
Yeah. Oh, and remember when he was trying to pull a prank on us, saying he was bitten by a shark when it actually was red marker food coloring?
Yes, and it was actually brown.
Oh.
So say Nyla, just instead of correcting her, like disagreeing, just say like, because she said yes, he pulled a prank and it was red food color.
Oh, it was red.
Like,
okay, gotcha. I should
like
be a better listener.
No, it's fine. But like that's the imaginary blood, right? So you'd be like yes, and like what comes next?
Gotcha. I was thinking of something different. And he was, I don't know, and he was internally bleeding, like.
Yeah, this is good. Let's rewind. I just for the sake of fun. So, you said remember when he had something on his leg, and then Pooja said yes, and remember when he was playing a prank on us, and it was really just red food coloring marker. So he's making it up that like he's pretending that he got because you said he got bit by a shark, right, Pooja? Like he's pretending to get bit by a shark.
Yeah, he was pulling a prank.
Right, he's pulling a prank, and then Nyla, what would you say? Yes, and we, like, what did you all do in response to him doing that?
And we believed him.
There you go. That's fine. That's good. And then Pooja, your turn.
Yeah, we believed him. And remember when the I'm not very good at making improvs.
No, you're great. Woohoo. Pooja, you just trust your instincts. You were really flowing earlier. You're doing great. Just have fun. Yeah. So Nyla said, yeah, remember we believed him?
Yeah,
And
I remember when oh gosh. I usually could come up with funny ones or really.
yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to put pressure on yourself to be funny. It could even just be, remember when he got out of the water and how mad we were that he wasn't injured? You know what I mean? Like it could be that, or it could be anything. You don't be so hard on yourself. Just have
I
fun.
remember when the whole class started to laugh just because we believed him.
Great. Good job.
Yes, and we wrote a whole book about it.
Yeah. Yes. I do remember that. But the book never got a lot of appreciation.
Yes. And so we created a documentary off of the visuals.
You just remembered.
And the documentary was an hour long.
Yes. And I really think that it could have gone better.
What if it didn't? Well, wait a second. What, like maybe make it go well. The book didn't do well. Maybe the documentary does do well. Just go in a positive direction. Try positive.
I think this is too long for me. I don't know if I can really keep up.
Oh,
maybe
you're
we
fine.
can. Maybe we can try something
Yeah.
else. Someone else. Yeah.
No,
Like
it's a long
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. But it's like, yes, remember the
It's
documentary?
like
was
I'm
an
thinking
hour
too
long?
much into it now. It's like
Yeah.
leaving me.
No, it's okay. I think you're both thinking too hard. So it's more about like, yes, and remember we sold the documentary to Netflix. Yes, and we both became millionaires. Yes, and then we went to college and it was all paid for. Yes, and then we just we went to the same sorority together. Yeah, and then you kicked me out of the sorority. Yeah, you know what I mean? You could just be like boom, boom, boom. It doesn't matter. Like whatever comes into your head. It's like don't be so hard on yourself. Just have fun. I just noticed when you're both playing that, I think Nyla, because you weren't warmed up, you didn't have a chance to warm up with us. But just notice when you feel like you're going in a negative direction with the story. Like maybe the book was good. Maybe the documentary did go well. It's funny how we want to say but and actually and like correct each other. And it's also interesting when we're telling stories how sometimes we go in directions that are like why not have it go well? Like it's make believe. Like we can have this fantasy and have everything go well. I'm not saying you have to make it go well, but I'm just saying why not? Go ahead, Shuit.
I think we should bring people back.
Okay, cool.
It's time.
Oh, yep. I'm back.
But it's cool. I think it's also because Pooja, we just watched like these, like Jared, who's the instructor, and then another guy who's probably done a lot of improv, like riff, and so you feel a little, like you have to keep that level. They were hilarious. It's not always hilarious. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's dark. Sometimes it's mundane. That's how it is. Remember when we went to the store and I bought a blue shirt? Yeah, but it wasn't blue, it was purple. Yeah, like, it could still be just normal.
I think another thing for us is I think we could have been more present in the moment. I don't know about you, Pooja, but I kind of felt like I was listening almost too hard and kind of going farther than like need be. And so I think we could have been more present. And I think I could have been a better listener to what you were saying instead of like trying to like think of something because I was just thinking so hard. So thank you for that. That was a good lesson.
Yeah, and I think you both did really well. You're both, we're always our own worst critics. So good. I thought you were great. Good work. Yeah, good work. So Eddie raised his hand. Go ahead, Eddie.
I did. We kind of added to the challenge because right during my introduction with Julia, I found out she is Berlin and ich habe Deutsch studiert im Gymnasium für 4 Jahre. So we did the entire thing in German. And
wow.
if you that was a little surprise, but it was nevertheless
fun.
Yeah, and just kind of remembering that and getting lots of help and support from Julia in an aspect that I was not expecting at all. Thank you very much, Julia.
That's awesome, Eddie. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. And the only words I do know in German are probably Scheiße and Nein. So
those are handy to know.
Yeah. Who else would like to go? I think Ajit would like to share. Oh, and then Antoinette after Ajit. Go ahead, Ajit.
I thought it was a fun game. The conversation was nice and flowing, and there were like a couple of interruptions. I got disconnected from the stupid microwave, so I got back again. And then also, the story was developing. Like I talked about a time when we were in New York City for spring break, and then talked about a time when we went to a party to DJ Khaled's mansion, visited the huge mansion, and then also
nice.
had thousands of people, even celebrities. And then remember the time when we left, we stayed at home stayed at his house for 1 month, that party, and then also we left to check out New York City, stayed at a hotel for a week for $1 for that whole stay, and then we flew back to Utah to see our parents. We went back to New York. DJ was so pissed that, oh man, where have you guys been this whole time?
Great. Thank you for sharing, Ajit. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought that was really funny. I played with Clement, and it just flow along, so he could add more.
I'm glad it flowed. Antoinette, would you like to share what you noticed about that game, about that exercise?
Yeah, it was really good. I think when you're really involved in it, obviously you get the full experience rather than watching it. But I think because me and my partner were so involved with each other, I started to believe this story as if it actually happened. I know it was so left field, but you start to actually believe it. I'm sure that's the whole point. But I just wanted, because you don't get that when you're watching the other two people, but when you're actually doing it, it's like, oh, so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did anybody feel like they were going really slow at certain points or like having trouble to come up with something to say? Raise your hand if you felt that way. Yeah, and so I would just encourage you, teach this game to a friend or family member and play it more often. Because what we want to get to the point of is that flow state where you're not questioning what comes up and you're really just so in tune with listening to them that what they say just sparks something in you. Does that make sense? So it's just, you're really just like reacting to what they say with a new idea and you're really just creating stories together. So if you felt like you had to be clever or funny, I encourage you, just let that go. We're going to talk a little bit about after this break, because we're going to take a break now for 5 minutes. And yeah, Shawit, I'll unmute you. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about what improv is and then do 2 exercises and end class. Usually we do our like 5 to 8 minute meditation. I'm going to have to save that for after class in the Q&A. If anyone wants to stick around, I know a lot of people like to do it. It's very imaginative and it kind of mellows you out. We're going to save that for after class, just to be respectful to everybody. Shawit, would you like to make an announcement?
Yeah, just really quickly. I did say Samantha was going to be next, so I don't want to, lie.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Samantha can go.
Sorry, can you wait so I can unmute you? I can't see. Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you for that. I just wanted to say that Kimberly was a fantastic partner. I was really shy. It was my first time doing it. She was so supportive. One thing that I noticed was that whenever she would say something and it sounded a lot like my own memory, I kind of applied that and it made it a bit easier for me to kind of like direct the conversation. And then again, I was just overthinking like I usually do, but I'm definitely going to play this game a lot more often. So those are my thoughts.
Great. Thanks, Samantha. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so just really quickly before we go on break to what we call a bio break, do whatever you need with that. But we do also have a survey that we'd like to just get a little bit of feedback from you guys regarding the class. Basically, you are the community we want to serve, right? So we want to know what the community wants. We can continue giving these classes, but we'd like to know what you're sort of more interested in, so we can provide that for you. We will ask for like email and your location only because we want to know where else when we leave COVID, or when, not if, when COVID is done, you know, to see which areas would like this more. We will not sell any information. We won't do anything with it except for try to make it a better sort of opportunity or like class for you guys. So I'm going to put the link in here. It takes like 2 minutes. I've already taken it. So yeah, do the bio, whateverness with your body, and please fill this out. Jared?
So, yeah, just like what Shawit said, we just want to know what you want to get out of class, what we can do better, and also what else you want. But please get water, use the restroom, fill out the survey, and then we're going to do one more exercise and then one last scene game, and that'll be the end of class. So we're going to do one more scene together, which will be really fun. So I hope you can stick around for that.
You'll connect more. All right, see you guys in 5.
See you in 5 minutes.
At the 21. Yeah.
At the 21. And I'll hang out here if anybody has questions. I'm happy to answer them while we're on bio break. Yeah, Duke, do you have a question? Yeah, let me unmute you.
So for the people that are always in their head, what would you recommend?
For the people who are always in their head, what would I recommend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do, but one thing that always helps me is I sometimes have a mantra before I perform or before I do any of this stuff, which is like my job is to listen and notice. Like all the answers are in my partner. So if I put like 100% of my focus on the other person, I find that it takes my focus off me.
That's a good idea. I should try that.
Yeah, because when I'm thinking about me, I'm being self-conscious. And I'm getting hard on myself, or I'm thinking what's funny, what's right. You know, instead, if I'm just listening to you and I'm like, oh, like, you know, and then things are just coming out and I'm trusting it. I'm trusting you and I'm trusting myself. So I take that. Put my attention on you. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Thanks, Duke. Really good question. Duke, where are you based? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll mute you.
There we go. Okay. I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, cool. Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Where are you located?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Oh, you know, you're lucky.
I am lucky. I'm lucky. Man, you're lucky. I like Atlanta too. Please email me. Maybe we could play again sometime. That'd be super fun.
Oh yeah. I missed that part. Do I just put it? Where do I put the email at?
Oh, I'll send it to you. We also have. I'll also put our public email.
Okay.
Super fun playing though. Do you do improv in Atlanta?
No, I'm trying to find a coach. But I about to say, are you an actor or anything?
Yeah, I'm an actor and an improviser. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ajit, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for you. Let me put this also, if anyone has questions, it's just thejoyofimprov@gmail.com. I'll type that into the chat. It's
I'll
also
send it right now.
Also
This has been really fun though. I'll play a little bit more, and then also I thought it was like really fun though. Like I'm trying to get my improv skills up, and I've joined quite a few sessions with Marcus Sams, and then yesterday I checked out, experienced a little bit of improv jam. They were doing a show like improv scenes, like building larger scenes, which I wasn't accustomed to. It's been a while that I did improv, and I was thinking to do beginners improv. Like I'm based in Redlands, California, which is an hour east of LA, where you're from, Jared.
Right.
So we should play sometime. I would feel like playing improv with you.
Yeah, man, I'd be down. It would be great. We have more community classes coming up. And then also I'd love for you to, we also have a private class coming up in January. So we have a private class in January and then another one starting in March. And I think,
Oh, okay.
and I think there's like 4 or 5 spots in the January class still left. So I can post.
And how much is the cost though?
It's $180, but it goes 6 weeks. So the class is 6 weeks long. And so you meet every week. We would play together with a group of 10 to 16 people. And then we do exercises in pairs and in small groups for about an hour a week outside of class. It's just like extra play.
Oh, okay.
So you just have, yeah. So it's just to get you more reps and get you more practice in, because it's great to be in like a 2.5 hour class and learn a lot of skills and build on it every week, but you got to practice outside of that as well. Yeah. And I'll put a link to that as well. Who else had a question? Or we're at the 21. Oh shoot, we're at the 21.
Yeah, I think the Kamisha had one just beforehand.
Okay. Can you unmute?
She was on camera. Are you here? I don't want to unmute her and she's like talking to somebody, you know?
Right. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's raising her hand again.
Wait.
Okay. Yeah, you're unmuted, Kamisha.
Oh, I'm having a hard time because I'm on my phone and I'm sliding every way but the right way. But I just wanted to know if I could have, I believe it's Jared's email address, if he could send that to me.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you put in, you can email me at thejoyofimprov@gmail.com or at jaredpolivka@gmail.com. Either one is fine.
Okay, got it.
But if it's related to improv, I think the Joy of Improv might be a better email. But if it's something else, feel free to email my personal. I don't mind.
You said Joy at Improv?
Yeah, I'll put it in the group chat. Here we go. thejoyofimprov@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we only have a few minutes left, everybody. Can I have a thumbs up if we can go 10 minutes over? Can you give me a thumbs up? Is that okay? Cool. So we're going to end up doing 2 things. So the reason why we do the Joy of Improv is to bring improv and storytelling to people who might not normally have access to it. So I've met many different people from all walks of life who maybe they're economically disadvantaged, or maybe they're very well off, but they're like an engineer and they work 100-hour weeks for the last 20 years in a row. I've had both these people in my class. So I've seen both, and I really am grateful for all of you being here today and playing joyfully and supporting each other. And so the work that we're doing is all about bringing improv and storytelling and empathetic communication. So storytelling and stories increase our empathy. If you've been in our narrative storytelling class, we talk a lot about how when you read books and also you listen to other people's stories, it helps put you in their shoes and it emotionally affects you. Like from their point of view, like what are they going through in their life? What is their circumstance? So I think it's really important that in this work we acknowledge that and try to push ourselves to have empathy for other people and try to open ourselves up in as many ways as we can. So that's just a little bit about what we're doing. And now we're going to get to the next exercise, which is, please stand up. We are going to do a little bit of Space Object 101. And then we're going to do a scene using space object work with a partner online. And I'll show you how to do it. So space object work, it's all about holding imaginary objects. It's kind of like miming, but we're not professional mimes. A lot of improv is just committing 200%. And just saying, I'm an expert at this, even though you're just doing it for the first time. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our hands and our body, and we're going to see a table in front of us. So the first rule of Space Object 101 is that you are good at space object work. So the first rule is you're good at it. The next rule is see it. So in front of me, I want you to look down. You don't have to look at your screen anymore. I want you in front of you just to see a little table in front of you. See it. What is it made of? Is it made of wood? Is it made of glass? Is it made of steel or metal? I want you to get close to it and look at it. How high is it off the ground? I want you to reach out and touch it. Know the moment of contact is the next rule of space object work. Know when your fingers touch it. So my table is right here. How does it feel? What is the texture? Is it smooth? Is it porous? Is it sandy? Now know the weight. So is it a big table, a small table? Try to pick it up. Is it heavy? Does it resist? Or no? Now on your table, you're seeing it as a glass. See the glass. Is there anything in the glass? Reach out and touch it. Know the moment of contact. Pick it up off the table. It should almost physically click off. It has weight to it. Put the glass to your lips, even though it's empty. Feel it against your lips. Now set it down, back on the table, honoring the height that you gave it earlier, honoring your own offer, saying yes to yourself and your yes to your imagination, trusting your imagination. And now there is, on the ground, there's a bag or a basket. I want you to reach down and open it up and pull out some kind of liquid that you're going to fill the glass with. So reach down. Maybe you have to unzip it. Maybe it opens from the middle. Pull out that bottle or that gallon of whatever it is. I'm going to unscrew the top. Now go ahead and pour that into the glass. Take your time. You don't have to go fast. Just honor the weight. Feel the bottle or jug or whatever it is get lighter as you pour the liquid out. See the liquid going into the glass. Reach back out to the glass. Grab it. Pick it up. Maybe smell the drink. Eggnog. Non-alcoholic. I like virgin eggnog. I don't drink. Take a sip. It's good. Really taste it. Because storytelling and is a lot about your senses. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you taste? What do you smell? It's about painting pictures in the audience's mind and in your own mind. Go ahead and set the glass back down. So now I want us to do an activity together. And that'll be the end of Space Object 101. But I want us to do some kind of activity or something with our hands, like making something or some kind of activity. Can someone suggest an activity? Raise your hand. Someone would like to suggest something. Anybody have an idea that what they'd like to suggest? No? I see Michael. Michael, what's an activity that we could be doing?
Cooking.
Cooking, great. So we're all cooking right now. So remember, know where things are. I have a spatula hanging right here. I'm gonna get it. Got the spatula. I'm gonna turn the gas on. You know, what are you making? Are you making eggs? Are you making hand-rolled pasta? So go ahead and start cooking, start doing your activity, and really take your time and see it, smell it, imagine it. But I want you to add something. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about what you're cooking? Are you delighted because you're making your daughter a birthday cake? Are you annoyed because yet again, you're making something for someone that doesn't appreciate it? You know, so how do you feel about this activity? Is this a job? Are you a fry cook at a restaurant? Are you at home? So location and what is your job? What is your location? That all informs your character and how you feel. So keep cooking, keep doing that activity, move things around. Maybe you're in a pizza shop kneading dough. Maybe this is like the best part of your day. This is just amazing. You love it. Make an emotional sound too. Nothing like making dough. Yeah. Make a sound. It could be a bad sound like or it could be happy, could be paranoid. Just have an emotional sound while you're doing your activity, because that informs how you feel about what you're doing. It informs your character about where you are, your relationship to other people potentially in that world, how you feel about yourself. You know, my character, he just never gets the raviolis right. You know, I've been working on this for 10 years and I can't get the raviolis right. I'm finally starting to figure out maybe this isn't for me. Maybe it's not for me, huh? Maybe it's not for me. Can't get the raviolis right. Maybe it's not for me. You know, so it's like, good. Now get to a point where you're almost done with your activity. Maybe taste some of the food, taste it. Good. Now I want you to set it down and breathe. So that's all about using our imagination to see, smell, imagine, feel something that is not there. But it can give us character for a scene. It can give us a voice. It can give us a physicality. It can give us a point of view in that little micro world that we created. How you feel about all of those things. So now you're going to be able to use that skill in our scene, because we're going to go 10 minutes over. It's 7:31. We have 9 minutes to do a scene. So what we're going to do is we're going to give each other gifts. This game is called Presents. You're going to be with a partner in a breakout room, and we're going to give each other gifts back and forth. Can I have someone who would like to just show this to the group in like 2 minutes or less? Raise your hand if you'd like to demo Presents with me. Yes. Is it Ov James? Ovi. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Ovi. Hi, Ovi. Hi. Ovi. Hi. So the way this works is I'm going to give you a present. I'm going to say, Ovi, I got you a present. You're going to have an emotional reaction to me saying that. Then I'm going to hand you something through Zoom, and you're going to take it. So put your hands up and take it, right? Great. And you hold it, and you honor the size and the weight. And then you're going to say, you know, how do you feel about that? Like, you know, or you're like, oh, you naughty boy, you shouldn't have. Or like, it's like, I can't believe you're spoiling me, you know, or whatever you want to say. You open it up, you look into it, you have an emotional reaction to whatever you see it. Whatever your imagination provides is correct. It's fine, it's right. Take it out. You got me a name it. Make sense? So let's play it for a second, Ovi, me and you. Ovi, hey, I got you something, huh? That's your birthday. You're turning 18 today, Ovi. I got you something good. Take this, Ovi.
Okay.
Here you go. There you go, Ovi. Yeah, open it up, huh?
Wow, this is huge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me check it out. I gotta open this up. Oh my God! You got me a gaming PlayStation.
Yes, I got you a gaming PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect this. I didn't think you were gonna get this for me.
Well, you know, as my girlfriend, I thought you might want a PlayStation. I mean, I won't play it much, I swear.
Thank you, baby. We can play it together, too, every once in a while, you know.
Okay. Nice. So that's the game. So that's it. And then you would give me a present. And that's all it is. It's like, I got you a present. You honor the size and weight of the object. You open it, react to it, name it, and have an emotional reaction to it. But if you think about it, this game goes moment by moment by moment. If you take your time and go slow, like human behavior starts to emerge, right? As if you take your time with it, because that's what we want. So anybody have any questions about that? Make sense? Thumbs up. So we're going to play this, and this is our last game of the night, and then we're going to go into Q&A, a meditation and Q&A. But I'll answer a couple questions before we do that. So let's do breakout rooms. Have fun doing this scene. Last scene of the day. 2 participants per room. Perfect. 36 on the dot. Have fun, everybody. Give each other really beautiful presents. And Shui, you can join if you want, because Alex needs a partner.
Okay, that's in 18?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we're perfect on the number. Hello, Shinky. Hello, Ajit. Hello, Connie. Did you not have a partner? No? Me.
Okay, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, why don't you both
Yeah,
why don't you both give each other presents and then we'll work Ajit into playing with one of you. Does that sound good for everybody?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and have fun.
Okay, so
Do we go into another breakout room?
I don't think I can assign you, so I'm just gonna let you play in the homeroom. That's what we
Okay.
usually do when we have like an error.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and start it off. Like Connie, yeah.
Connie, I actually got you something because you just graduated today. Are you excited?
Oh my God. Yes. I'm totally excited.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been actually I can't you know how I don't know how to wrap. So it's like it's in a box, like it's in an Amazon box.
Okay.
But it's a very special gift from me. I mean, I've been I thought about it for like a whole 6 months. I hope you like it, but it's in the box because I don't know how to wrap.
That's okay. I didn't even expect a gift, so I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, Shinky.
Oh, no problem. Here you go,
I
Connie.
get it from you. Oh wow. Okay. Can I shake it? Is it alive?
I can't say much. It's in the box. You
Okay.
open
All
and
right.
find
All right. Okay, because I always like to guess before, but all right.
Okay. Makes sense.
You know what? I think I need some scissors first because this is not gonna work. All right.
But I know how to tape. I can tell you that much.
All right. Oh my gosh. You got me a graduation teddy bear.
I did.
That's what I wanted. I love stuffed animals. Thank you so much. This is so
Lift the teddy bear. Lift the teddy bear. You will see something underneath it.
underneath. Hold on, there's some sheets in here. Wow, this is like extravagant. Wow. Okay. So you got me you got me chocolates as well?
I know, right?
Great, great. That's
I
great.
love dark chocolate. All
Good
right.
job. Good job. Good job. So, Connie, I want you to give Ajit a gift now. Shinky,
Okay.
and then we're gonna keep going around. So, Ajit, you're gonna receive the gift. Remember to have a lot of emotion for whatever she gives you. So
Okay.
go ahead and give him a gift, Connie.
Okay. Hi, Ajit.
Oh, hi, Connie.
It's been a while since we saw each other, but I've been thinking about you. So I saw something at the store and thought of you, so I got it for you. Yeah. So hold on. It's right here.
Oh, what is it?
Go ahead and pick it up, Ajit. Go ahead and reach out. Honor the size of it. Make sure it stays big. So don't collapse it. There you go. Good. Now go ahead and open.
Well, are you gonna open it? Are you excited at all, or?
Oh, yes.
So what do you think?
Oh, I thought it was like so fantastic. The most beautiful gift ever. Thank you. Oh, that's what I'm much needed for.
Great.
Oh, wow. Well,
Ajit, say what it is. Sorry. Say what it is, Ajit. What do you see in the box?
Oh man, I saw like a nice, I saw like a big soccer ball that had various colors. And I was like, oh man, that's what I want.
Great.
Yeah. I told you you'd like it.
Great. Now we're gonna go. Ajit, you're gonna give Shinky a gift.
Oh, hi, Shinky.
Really take your time, Ajit, and have like an emotion for what you're giving her. It can be positive. It could be not. It could be whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Oh, hi, Shinky. I'm going to the store and I thought about you and I was going to get you something for your birthday. And I looked at something. I know you love this band, the Beatles. So I got you like the Beatles paper, like the poster, and thought of you. You might have liked the Beatles. And I gave it to you. And then I gave it to you at your house. And well, here's your gift. So I'm going to give you the gift. Check the poster, see how big it is. And if that's what you like, great. And I hope that.
Great. Ajit, I just want you to keep it simple. So take your time, make sure you breathe. Let's that's good. You're doing good. Start over, but just say, Shinky, I got you a gift. Here
Shinky,
it
I
is.
got your gift. Here it is.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Let's slow down a little bit. Can you pick up the gift, Ajit?
Oh yeah.
Pick it up. How heavy is it? How big is it? Show her. Great. Now hand it to her. Good.
Okay, I am like super excited. Is it? I love gifts, so I'm like super excited. Let me open it. Oh my God! Is that a samurai sword? What the heck? What am I supposed to do with it? Is it because I screamed last night when I saw the cockroach? Is that it's supposed to be a joke? But I mean, I like the sword. I mean, I can put it on there and just like look fancy with the sword. I think that could be fun. But I feel like you are making fun of me because I screamed last night when I saw the cockroach. Is this supposed to be a funny joke?
Yes, it's supposed to be a prank.
Oh, well, I love it. And I can show all my friends that, I'm a samurai warrior. Like I'm taking those classes, the belt.
Good. Nice work. So that was great. Good job, all of you. And I'm going to go ahead and close the breakout rooms. Nice job.
Thanks. Oh, sorry, Jared. I just had to hop on, eat something, and come back.
Oh, it's okay, Ajit. No problem. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We have most of the class back, I think. We have a few more coming back. So I just want to open that up. How was that? Was that fun? Great. And does anybody want to share what they noticed about that game, about like seeing what's in the box? I want to go for a few people that I haven't called on yet. So go ahead and raise your hand or raise your hand in Zoom. Anybody notice anything?
Okay, we have Julia.
Okay, go ahead, Shuit.
Yeah, I'm gonna unmute you, Julia. Alrighty.
Oh no, no, right? Hi. Yeah, I found it like when I was more like disappointed, it was more fun than just being surprised about a present for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I actually like drama into it. I wonder why it was like that. What do you think? Why your brain, or I don't know if other people felt it too, but why is it more that when we feel more disappointed about the present that we feel like it's more fun?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. And I think that for when you're first starting improv, something they tell you a lot is stay positive. But that doesn't have to be the reality, right, Julia? It could be like, oh, you got me a present. Oh, great. Okay. It could just be like, I'm getting old. It's just like, maybe she's self-conscious about getting older, or maybe she's disappointed because of some reason. Like, that's totally valid. Like, did you feel like you had your why you were feeling that way? Did you have like an impulse of like, was it your girlfriend or your boyfriend and they were disappointing you, or was it like you're feeling old, or what was?
I felt it more when I opened it. I was more like happy when I got it, or when it was like a small gift. I thought it was more fun to actually show disappointment. Like in reality, we wouldn't show it, but I felt improv. I show it that I'm like not happy about it. That I get a small present. Like I wouldn't do these reactions in reality. What, you got me that small present? What is it? And then I unwrap it, and then I'm even more disappointed. Like I wouldn't do that in reality. I'm very appreciative when I get a gift, no matter how small or how big. But for improv, I would do like, I exaggerate more,
That's great. That's great. You could totally be like a materialistic character and be like, it's a small gift.
Exactly.
Like, it's totally fine. That's great. Thank you for sharing, Julia. There's no right or wrong in that situation, like it's just trust your imagination. Go with it. Good job. Yeah. Oh, Duke, you have one? Okay, and Shawit, can you get the next person? Because I think I probably missed a few hand raises. Sorry about that.
Duke and then Kimberly.
All right. Well, so my partner Ashley, she kept trying to one up me, I would say. But I would say she did really good, as in like being in the moment. She was very, very thoughtful. It was very awkward how thoughtful she was, but she was very thoughtful. And it just felt good, to be able to just go with the flow. That's what we did. We did a lot of we just kept going back to back. But other than that, she did a phenomenal job. Very awkward, but phenomenal.
That's great. Thank you, Duke.
I feel like, just real quick, because I think Ashley has a rebuttal. So before jumping to Kimberly, because he said something about Ashley, let's let her. Also, you felt awkward about her thoughtfulness. Are you afraid of love, Duke? But let me.
No. Okay. Well, only if you knew what she got me.
Let's start there. He's a liar. He's a liar. Okay. Todd handed me a gift like this. Okay. He handed me his boss. First of all, let's start there. Todd handed me his boss. Okay.
Wow.
Then he handed me an empty box. Let's start. No one was one-upping Todd. Okay. It's something wrong with them mentally. We had a great time. I feel like we brought some great gifts. He's very not thoughtful. Like I said, handed me boss. Handed me an empty box. I just don't understand. But he did a great job. I feel like our chemistry, with it being so up, we were able to just feed off each other, go back and forth. But we had a great time. And it was fun.
That's so
I like
great.
being able to pick what's in the box. Like, you get to create what it is what they give you. It's just the empty box, or it's really a gift.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're honoring the like size and weight of the box, but you get to decide what's in it, right? Like,
yeah,
you're sharing control. Of what it is of the story. And I really love that you have that dynamic of, you being so generous and kind, and then Duke being like so unthoughtful. What a great comedic duo that is, right? Oftentimes great comedic duos are opposites, because they go well together when they're playing opposite point of views. So that's great.
Yeah.
Let's get Kimberly. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
I think my partner's name, forgive me because it didn't show up on the screen. I believe it was Shanae. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But what I loved that I noticed is that she picked up off of the cue that I gave her about a detail. So I think one of mine was a retirement party. And I said, you know, thank you for 40 years of service. And so she picked up on her age. So 40 years, so that must mean I'm older. So, and it was like an ornament. So she decided like, I can give this ornament to my grandkids. So I thought it was great how she picked up on what I gave her in terms of information. So she didn't say, cool, I can put this on my back and go skateboarding down Lombardy Street. You know, all
Yeah.
this, she recognized it's a retirement party. I've been working here for 40 years. I'm old. Let me go with that. And she could have even said, oh God, thank you. Oh, let me grab my glasses. I can't see these days. You know, so I like how the game, depending on how deep you want to go and learn for yourself, is how you can pick up on people's cues. Like if someone gives you a puppy, you go, wow, oh my gosh, he's got no hair, you know, and you could totally take one detail that they gave you and spin it on its head and add it and really start to pay attention to details and work those details.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, just like being specific, having all those details. I'm just echoing what you said. That's all really great. Like in terms of that game. Was that fun? Give me a thumbs up if that was fun. Great. So, you know, this is the end of class. I'm going to open it up for question and answer in a minute. I just want to make a couple announcements. We do have a private class starting in January. There's information about that. I'll send out a link. Please fill out the survey if you can make 3 to 5 minutes to fill it out. Can you post that survey in the chat again so everybody can see it? Open it up in a web browser. Feel free to fill it out after class if you didn't have time during the break. It just really helps us get to know you because we really want to know like what do you want to get out of class? You know, what other things do you want to learn? What do you want to work on? And also we're kind of trying to figure out if we start doing more private classes, what are the buckets that people fall into? So anecdotally, just to share briefly, a lot of people come to this class because there's human connection. People from many different cities, countries, states, different ethnicities, different socioeconomic classes coming together and playing joyfully. It's pretty cool that we all get to connect and be empathetic and listen. Some people come for just fun, it's just pure play. Some want to work on storytelling skills. So unless you tell us what you want, we don't really know what to build. We don't know what to make for you. So we just really want to know what we should build for you that helps you. So please fill out that survey. That'll help us a lot. And yeah, I'm just going to open it up for question and answer. And I'll answer a few questions. But if anyone wants to do the meditation, does anybody want to do the meditation that we usually do? It's like 5 to 8 minutes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if you want to do the imaginative meditation. Cool. So we'll do that. I'll just answer. Does anybody have a question before we jump in? Yes, Samantha. Go ahead, Samantha.
My question is, when it comes to like the last 2 activities that we did, does it matter how long the conversation goes, or do you just kind of keep rolling with it?
It's a good question. So in like the first class that we often do in a private class, we take presents and we turn it into presents into scenes. So really this is just a drill, an exercise about honoring the offer, the size and weight of the gift, saying yes, having emotion, playing the scene moment by moment. But then it could become a whole scene, right? You could go for anywhere between 3 and like 7 minutes about that present in your point of view. You know, it's like Julia doesn't like small presents. And so like she has her own point of view that like, you know, you're not living up to her expectations and not, you know, you're not making enough money and you're just like buying her like small presents, you know, it's like, and that's her point of view. So you could have a whole scene. So it doesn't matter. For the sake of the drill, I'd say just play it 4 or 5 times. And then if you want to turn it into a scene, go ahead and turn it into a scene, play with it. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're asking because you want to do this outside of class. Is that right, Samantha? Yes, good. So play it as a drill and then take it from a drill and turn it into a scene. Yeah. Great. Anyone else have any questions before we jump into the meditation? Okay. So the meditation is just, I'm going to take off my jacket. It's just I'd say stand for it if you can. It's a 5 to 7 minute like cool down to help us relax. We often do it earlier in class because it puts us in a very creative state. But this is all about breath and a position of readiness. So I'm going to stand with my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm going to have a 7% knee bend. 7%, very important. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to flex them next to me. So they're down, they're hanging by my sides. My shoulders are back, my posture is good. And I'm breathing. Now, I'm not going to look at the screen. If you want, you can look into another direction in your room, or you can close your eyes. I'm going to look past my screen and have soft focus on a point on the wall. So I'm not looking at anyone. So no one's, and I don't care if anyone's looking at me. I'm just relaxed. 7% knee bend, feet shoulder width apart, breathing. You're going to breathe with an open mouth to put you in touch with your emotions. When you breathe through your nose, it calms you down. Breathing through the mouth is more putting you in touch with your emotions. So you're just going to let your mouth hang open, relaxed, hands by your side, and breathe in for a count of 4. Let's all breathe in together and let our diaphragm expand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breathe in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breathe in and out. Now go ahead and close your eyes wherever you are and breathe. Keep breathing. You're a mouth breather. You're a 1980s mouth breather. Breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. I just want you to ask yourself, how do I feel? In breathing. I want you to put your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your stomach. How do I feel? Just ask yourself, check in. I want you to breathe in for a count of 5 and slowly go from your feet with your breath all the way up to the top of your head. Just do a body scan. Just imagine the breath going from your toes, up to your ankles, up to your knees, up to your pelvis, to your stomach, to your chest, to your neck, to the top of your head. And breathe out. And ask yourself, how do I feel? Now you are on a boat. You're on a lake and breathing. The same in and out. Big breaths, expand the diaphragm and breathe out. You're in a boat. You're on the water. What is the boat made of? What color is the sky? How does the boat feel under your hands and under your feet and under your butt? Do you have shoes on? Are you shoeless? Are you wearing clothes? Or are you naked? Are there clouds in the sky? Is the water perfectly still because this is your dream lake and the laws of physics and gravity do not apply to your dream lake? Is the water made of something like iced tea? What is it made of? What does it look like? It's whatever your imagination provides. Breathe in. Just say thank you. Thank you, imagination, for all that you provide. Is there birds in the sky? I want you to stand up in your boat, walk around in it, Look over the edge of the boat. See your reflection in the water. Still breathing, open mouth breathing. Ask yourself, how do I feel? Now look into your reflection and decide to get in the water. Jump in, dive in, cannonball in, slowly lower yourself in, backflip in, however you want, get in the water. Whichever of those appeals to you, or some other way that I can't even think of. Let the water come up to your neck, feel it. Is it cool? Is it hot? Is it lukewarm? Now breathe out. Let yourself sink below your dream lake until the water covers your head. And keep breathing out until you have to breathe in again. Now go ahead and breathe in the water, because you know what? Thank you, imagination. You can breathe water. This is a realm of make-believe. What goes is whatever you want to go. Now sink all the way to the bottom of the lake bed. Feel the sand or the rock or the shells or the molten hot magma or the crusted over magma, whatever it is at the bottom of that lake, just feel it. Look around. What do you see a foot in front of you? What do you see 10 feet away? What do you see 20 yards away? Because you can see pretty far in your dream lake. Breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out. Just ask yourself, how do I feel? Now I want you to set a positive intention for the rest of your week. Usually we do it for the rest of class because the meditation happens towards the beginning, but just set a positive intention or goal. Maybe I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna make my teammates look good. I'm gonna help someone less fortunate than me. I'm gonna have fun in this situation. I'm gonna give the gift of my knowledge here and here. Whatever your intention is, make some kind of positive intention for the rest of your week. Repeat it in your mind, that positive intention, that one thing that you want to do that's positive. And make sure you take that with you for the rest of the week. Now check in with yourself again. How do I feel? Go a level deeper. Go under the surface of your former feelings. Like what's really down there? What's at the core of your current feelings? Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I want you to set one more intention. This is your make-believe intention or your storytelling intention. It can be whatever you want. It can be before you go on stage. It can be before you come to this class. It can be before you sit down and write a story. Set some kind of intention, like my job is to listen, or I'm going to say yes to my imagination. I'm going to trust my imagination. I love my imagination. It can be whatever you want it to be. Set some kind of positive storytelling intention that you can use that will ground you. Maybe similar to what Duke said earlier, which is how do I not be self-conscious? One of the things I like to say is I'm going to put all my focus on serving my partners, serving my team. Maybe that's your intention for storytelling. How do you serve the audience? How do you serve the story so they can understand it and enjoy it, be emotionally moved by it, and maybe be changed in their life to do something or think something that they wouldn't otherwise think or do? Because that is the power of storytelling. It gets us to feel, it gets us to think, and it gets us to do. So repeat your positive storytelling intention. or mantra, whatever you want to call it. And breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out. One last time, just check in with yourself. How do I feel? And just accept that. And breathe. Now let's open our eyes and see each other and appreciate each other and smile at each other and thank each other. Yeah, much gratitude to all of you. Thanks, Eddie. So if anyone has any questions, I'm going to stick around for another 10 or 15. I think Nyla might have to leave because it's late her time in Austin. I think Shawit might stick around or might have to leave, but I'm gonna be here for another 10 or 15. If anybody has any questions, I just want to open it up. Yeah, Michael.
I was just gonna say thank you. I was gonna head out, like waving goodbye.
Oh, thank you,
But
Michael.
thank you. That meditation thing was very interesting. I think I've only experienced something like that like one other time in my life.
Cool.
With like how vivid it was. So it was very interesting to experience that again.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, some people go to really like sad places in that. Some people go to...
I mean, if you want me, I could tell you kind of like the quick gist of it.
No, I don't want to put that pressure on you. That's yours. That's all yours. No.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, Michael. But some people have really positive experiences where they're like in a world of candy. You know, had like cotton candy and other things like a couple weeks ago. So thank you, Pooja. It was so great. You were so great earlier when you were playing Remember When. Thank you. You and Nyla really were great. If anybody has a question, feel free to raise your hand or type in the chat. Yeah, Renaud. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, you pronounced it right. I just want to say thank you. You know, I do try to do some meditation. I don't know if you think there's a thing called meditation called active rest, the Alexander technique. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, Alexander technique. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we do that in our school. But I was gonna say I never really meditated to like when I meditate sometimes my mind wanders, but I never like meditated to the point where it was okay to just let your mind run freely. So I just want to say, you know, thank you for, you know, in a way showing me or showing us, you know, a new way to meditate, you know, in a creative way. So
thanks, Renaud. Are you in an acting training program?
Yeah, I'm at LACC.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
The theater academy. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
funny because I really wanted to go to Groundlings, and LACC was like a last resort because I was in the cinema program there, and I was like, I'm not doing no acting. I might as well just do the theater academy. So I just I just did the theater academy.
I love the Groundlings. They have so we have like scholarships for economically disadvantaged groups and for underrepresented groups, and the Groundlings also has it. So they have diversity scholarships at the Groundlings. So check it out. If you go to their website, you might be able to get into a class or two for free. They're really awesome people, good people.
Right.
Yeah. Hey. Thanks, Renaud. See you. Anybody else have a question? So Ovi has a question. Yes, Ovi.
Yeah, hi. I have a question. First, I want to say thank you. That was a great class, and I loved it. And then I wanted to ask about acting classes.
Sure.
And also, I'm interested in the fact that you help people who can't afford to do it. And also, I'm disabled, and I want to go into acting, and and I want to know how to put myself out there as a disabled person, and I also want to know if putting myself out there as a disabled person, would that be an advantage or disadvantage to me?
You know, those are all great questions. So there's I think 3 questions, right? You said acting classes, and then disabled was the last. What was the middle one? Just making sure I heard you.
Scholarships or
scholarship. Yeah. Got it. So I would say, Ovi, that acting classes, what's great is that there's a lot of them online now because of COVID. Whereas before, a lot of them were in person. So being disabled, this is like a crazy great time to do acting classes, that you can do them from home. And you can really do a lot with breath and with your imagination. You don't have to do all the standing and moving stuff. So if you're not able to stand, or I don't know what your disability is, but whatever it is, you can totally train online from home. And you can also even train by, one thing I would say is like, take an acting class for sure, yes. The other thing I would say is that you, oh shoot, I was gonna say, read fiction. Fiction helps with acting. Read plays, and maybe read scripts. If you like any TV shows or certain shows, read the scripts of those shows, and just play those scenes with a friend. Like if you find a friend or someone that's really passionate about acting, you don't have to be in class for it all the time. You can practice outside of class. So Shawit is a good friend of mine, and earlier today she helped me with a self-tape. So we just did a scene together for an hour, and I created an audition, and she helped me. And it was really fun. And Shawit is like, I keep telling her, you're like a natural director, Shawit. You're like a natural. So Shawit should totally be a director, because she helped me so much. And so I'd say you can totally practice and get started before even joining a class. So don't wait to get started. You know what I mean? You can start now. Like just start playing. Even you being here today is you starting, right? Okay. So improv is great for acting. A lot of people want actors to have improv skills now, because sometimes acting becomes too precious. You know, it becomes too like perfectionistic, and they want somebody who can be like, oh, you want me to do totally different? Great. And they're like, they're flexible, they can adjust. So I'd say improv is a great skill for an actor. In terms of diversity scholarships and economically disadvantaged scholarships, please email us and I'll send you the form that we have people fill out, because we have a spot open in the January class, and I think we have three spots open in the March class. So please email me, and we'll try to get you a spot in one of those classes.
Okay.
If you look online, the Groundlings also has diversity scholarships. I think some theater programs, I don't know if the American Conservatory Theater does. I did some training there. They might have programs. I would just say look online at different theaters and different acting schools for scholarships and see what you can find. But I'd love to have you in class. It'd be super fun to have you. And then what was your other question? Oh, I don't think it's a disadvantage to be disabled at all. You know, I think, and I don't know if it's an advantage, but I also don't think it has to be a disadvantage. And the reason why I say that is because most auditions now, let me ask you, what kind of acting do you want to do? Do you know yet? Do you want to do film, TV? Do you want to do on stage? What are you looking at?
I want to do film and TV.
Film and TV. So self-tapes. You can put your phone on a tripod, and just like Shawit and I did earlier today, we made a self-tape for a short film. You can just, you get a reader, a friend in your house, or a friend on Skype. Your friend reads the other part. Like that's what Shawit did. Shawit's in the Bay Area. I'm in Southern California. She was on my laptop and I had my phone recording me. So you can totally audition from home.
Okay.
Especially in this world that it is now, Yeah. And I think this is the best time to do it, like get started and start auditioning like next month, or get in some classes and start auditioning soon, and just learn by doing it.
That brings my next question. Sorry. Headshots. I live in the Sun Valley area, and I need a good, a photographer that can take really good headshots, because headshots also, it's really principal thing in the beginning, and I really want to have some good headshots.
They're very expensive, right? So yeah, so there are some more affordable headshot photographers, and why don't you email me about that and I'll respond, just because I'll send you some that I know of, because I've done some research, and also I don't know if they can come to you or the extent of your disability, but please email me and send me the details on it, and I'll ask a few photographers that I know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have any questions? Yeah, Connie, go ahead. Thank you, Ovi. Thank you.
So I actually came to this class really late. Like I totally forgot about it. And then I checked my email. I was like, oh crap. So I like logged back on. So I did miss like, I would say 2/3 of the class. And then I just jumped in doing the presence exercise, which I really enjoyed. Um, and yeah, I also really enjoyed the meditation. But I guess my question, so I don't know if I want to do acting like super seriously. Like I like doing this for fun. And I like really like open mics and like stand-up
Sure.
comedy actually. And yeah, and so I'm wondering um if the classes are also for people who are doing this as like a hobby. And like yeah, I guess like how do you like prioritize people who are super serious or like
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
So especially improv fundamentals, I think even actors can benefit by loosening up and not taking things so seriously, and by having fun and by learning to celebrate their mistakes and listen better. So I'd say that also helps stand-up comedians doing crowd work. So if you've ever seen a stand-up comedian who tells no jokes but is hilariously funny just working off the crowd for 5 minutes, that's just being super present and doing crowd work, right? And they're just like, oh, look at that guy over there, or he's got a Mickey Mouse on his shirt. You know, he's just like, yeah, look at this girl. And they're just looking around, they're seeing, they're interacting. That's being very present like an improviser. So no, we don't discriminate against people who are wanting to be actors. In fact, I think probably half our class or more in the fundamental class, like improv fundamentals, they don't want to be actors. They just want to work on their storytelling skills. They want to work on their communication skills. They want to relieve stress. They want to have
Right.
fun. They want to have fun. They want human connection. It's really like those are the value propositions, are like human connection, fun, storytelling skills, empathy. You know, those are all like deeper listening. Like those are all the things that you get through practicing improv. And
Right.
especially in the fundamentals, we work on a lot of those joyful, playful things. So
Yeah. I mean, so I'm a therapist, and so
yeah.
I would imagine that being like the full time, and then if I were to do like like stand up for fun. Like I want to like pee in my pants right now just thinking about it, but like it's also like in a good adrenaline rush of like, oh my God, I'm gonna like so it's I guess and I would love to like incorporate a lot of what we learn in improv also in like like especially like therapy and like theater therapy. I don't know what the exact term is exactly right now, but yeah, like and even working with kids, like you
Yeah, like
improvise
drama.
all the time.
Yeah,
Huh?
like drama therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Drama therapy, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm here to learn and I'm super interested and and I'm also interested in the scholarship, so I'll email
Yeah,
about
please
that.
do. Please do. We actually have a lot of we've had quite a few social workers in our classes in the past who use some of these drills. We've had people from nonprofits who work with the homeless who use some of these games to better serve the homeless population. And sometimes they're working with mentally ill individuals, and some of these games are helpful there.
Right.
And then some therapists that I know have been in these classes, and they take the games, and I say steal like an artist, man. You know, just take it. Like take the game and use it, man. It's like, have fun. So it's not
Yeah.
mine. It's not mine. I learned all this stuff from other people, and I've modified some of it, made some of it my own. But it's like a folk art. You're kind of like learning this. It's like a communal folk art, and you're learning these things from other people, and it's very joyful. So just take it. Steal like an artist. Take it. Yeah.
Okay, I will gladly do that. But yeah, thank you. This was so fun. In the last hour I came in, it was really, really good.
Good. I'm glad.
I hope I didn't miss something super duper important.
Oh,
And
you did. Oh God, you did.
I did. Oh no, I'm so screwed. Okay, this is the end.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna give up now.
By the way, Connie, this is posted on our Facebook and our YouTube, so you can watch the beginning.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm really glad to
So
hear
check
that. Okay.
our frequently asked questions doc. It has all the links. Can you post that again? So Shawit's going to post the doc, and if you open it up in your browser, you can check it all out.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I look forward to attending the other community classes. So
great.
Yeah.
Bye, Connie. Have a good night.
Bye.
Anybody else have a question? Clement. Clement? Clement. How do you say that?
Clement. That's right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I got a quick question. So if we ever go back, are allowed to go back in person, where the classes are? I live in Orange County, so it's not too far
cool.
about
So I'm in Los Angeles and Shawit is in Oakland.
Okay.
So we would do classes in those two places. And I've also done classes in San Diego, Austin, and New York. But in terms of like on a recurring basis, the Bay Area and Los Angeles.
Okay, cool. So not too far, but
just a question. Were you able to fill out the survey?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we asked for a location there too. So if a bunch of people write Orange County or whatever town, then we're coming to a town near you. Kind of thing,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
yeah, I do writing and producing for television. So this is what I need right now because I'm in a mental block, creative block.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you go to our narrative story class, Clement?
No, I never heard of it.
We have one of those coming up in December. I think you'd have fun in it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? Woohoo! Can't speak. End of the day. Great. So no other questions. So Julia, thanks for sticking around. No questions, but you stuck in there. Cool. Thank you.
I like to ear hustle sometimes too. So, just sit around, wait for other people's questions. Like, oh, interesting. Yeah.
I think that's cool. So with that, I think we're going to end class. I think that's all the questions. It was so fun. Thank you for sticking around, everybody. And we'll see you in December for our, we have 3 or 4 community classes in December. Oh, good night, Kimberly. And then we have private classes in January and February and March. So have a good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.